Brazilian football fans, get ready, because what you're about to hear might just be the spark that reignites one of Brazil's most forgotten superpowers. At a time when long-range goals have almost vanished from modern football, one man is bringing that magic back with a thunderous roar. His name? Anthony Matheus, the Real Betis sensation who is shaking the football world right before the 2026 World Cup. With every passing match, Anthony is proving that he's not just in great form. He's in the form of his life. Once again, he has found the back of the net for Betis, scoring yet another stunning long-range strike from outside the box. And let's be honest, when it comes to long-range goals, there's only one phrase fans are repeating. That's GOAT Anthony. In just 16 matches this season, Anthony has already produced an incredible contribution of 12 goals. And now a major question is echoing across the football world. What more must this man do to win Carlo's heart and return to the Brazilian national team? To understand why Anthony's form is so special, you must first understand how the modern game has changed. In today's football, long-range goals are almost extinct. Players no longer take risks from distance. Instead, they focus on increasing their expected goals percentage by staying closer to the box. Past generations of midfielders used to attempt long shots almost every match. But now, that hunger, that instinct, that artistic desire to bend a ball from 25 yards has faded away. And yet, in the middle of this new era, one Brazilian forward is rewriting the script. Anthony Matheus has revived the lost art of long-range finishing and brought it back to the European stage with style, confidence, and pure audacity. If football had a museum for long-range goals, Anthony's highlights would already be on display. His journey makes this rise even more dramatic. Anthony's story has many layers, chapters of struggle, injury, doubt, criticism, and revival. But among all the narratives, one trait sets him apart from almost every other player: his ability to score from outside the box, consistently. And consistency is the key word here. After leaving Manchester United permanently, Anthony chose Real Betis as the place to rebuild his career. Last season, he already made noise with glimpses of brilliance. But this season he's becoming a star. 16 matches, 12 goal contributions. Not bad for a small club star, as many critics once called him. But the numbers don't tell the full story. The real magic lies in how he scores. Anthony's long-range finishing is not normal. It's extraordinary. It's rare. It's one of the most mathematically improbable things happening in world football right now. This season, across 3 different competitions, Anthony has scored 8 goals. And 4 of those came from outside the penalty area. 4 long-range strikes that had an expected goals value of just 0.23 combined. That means there was only a 23% total chance of those shots becoming goals. Statistically speaking, the kind of goals Anthony scored this season happen once in every 10,000 attempts. Yet Anthony did it not once, not twice, but multiple times against strong European sides, under pressure in tight matches. The latest example was last night in the Europa League against Dinamo Zagreb, where Anthony unleashed yet another breathtaking outside-the-box strike. It was the kind of goal that makes commentators scream, fans jump, and defenders question their entire existence. A player who can score these kinds of goals is a blessing for any team. When facing low-block defensive setups, teams that sit deep, crowd the box, and make scoring nearly impossible, long-range shooters become priceless. They open deadlocked games. They break tactical rigidity. They force defenders to step out. They give a team an entirely different weapon. And Brazil used to have such weapons. Once upon a time, Philippe Coutinho was that player, curling balls from distance with elegance and finesse. But since Coutinho's decline, Brazil has not found another distant shooting specialist. Until now. Because Anthony is not just scoring. He is scoring in a way that revives the tradition Brazil once dominated. And that brings us to the question the whole nation is asking. Will Anthony finally get his chance for Brazil again? The last time he represented the Seleção was back in 2022. In 2023, he played a friendly, but after that, silence. No call-ups, no opportunities, no recognition. Despite his improving form, he remained outside Carlo's plans. But things started to change recently. During the last international break, reports emerged that Carlo Ancelotti had placed Anthony on his watch list. Fans were hopeful. Rumors grew stronger that Anthony might be included against Tunisia and Senegal. But in the end, his name didn't appear. It was disappointing for many, especially those who have been following his rise closely. But with the World Cup approaching, hope is returning. Brazil's next friendly is against France, one of the strongest teams in the world. And if there was ever a perfect time to test a long-range specialist, that time is now. Carlo knows Anthony's strengths. He knows the numbers. He knows the impact a long-distance shooter can bring in tight World Cup knockout matches. What remains to be seen is whether Anthony's breathtaking form and his impossible long-range goals are enough to finally win Carlo's heart. Because at this rate, Anthony is not just scoring goals. He's scoring goals that rewrite probability, defy logic, and demand global attention. And if he keeps going like this, one thing is certain. Brazil will have no choice but to look in his direction once again.